Well, hello everybody. It is your Meadow Hare for the day. Now, for anyone who's been watching closely, you may have noticed on the last Botanicula video, I mentioned that Tuesday, January 7th, I would make a video. Now, it is technically Wednesday, January 8th, because it is past 1 o'clock, as you can see down here, but I really wanted to record a video today, as long as it, can't really be called today, but, as long as I'm up. So, this is a kind of a special Let's Draw video. Why is it special? Well, there's a few reasons for that. Well, first of all, hi guys, it's been a while since I've recorded a video where I actually talk. And, the last one was the worst video ever, which was just that. I mean, I was so grumpy in that video, I didn't really feel like it was actually, worth recording, but I just put it just out of obligation. If I sound like I'm talking a little quieter, it's because it's 1:05 in the morning, and there are people sleeping in the house, so I'm trying to keep it down. Also, I have no idea what I'm trying to draw. Wow, great English. Trying to draw right here. But that's not really that important. What? Well, how is that, you ask? Isn't this a Let's Draw? Well, yes, but it is a Let's Draw and Talk. So we are going to talk about this and some other things. Over the last few months, I've been working on some art-related projects. I hope my breath isn't being too loud on this microphone either. I'm kind of having to use my breathy voice to talk, and it might be doing that, that wind sound. Hopefully that's not too bad. Okay, I really need to figure out what I'm drawing here. But, yeah, I've been working on some art, and finally, after all this time, I think I may have made enough art to make, not a living, maybe, but that's kind of ambitious, but make a little income off of it. Income, you say? Well, that's crazy. That guy over there, what are you talking about? Well, I'll put a link in the description and in the video at some point. I have a little shop on Etsy. Now, nobody knows about it. I haven't even gotten one order in because, nobody knows about it, and it only opened last week. It's not like a physical store, but it's a digital store, and I have some hand-drawn cards that I've made on there, and it feels weird to call on the internet to help me out by considering buying them, but that's kind of what I'm doing. A lot of you have even said, oh, I'd really love to support you, and I guess this is kind of your chance. So, yeah, Peaceful Sentiments is the shop. It has my cards. 2 sets. If you feel so inclined, you may purchase them, or one of them. And if you are not inclined, then, feel free to just watch and not pay me anything, because I'm not doing this for the purpose of getting paid. Alright, so we have one really ugly foot there. You know what? That's okay. It's supposed to be an ugly foot. You know what? Okay, I'm gonna do this. Gonna copy, paste. And I'm gonna delete. Whoops. First I'm gonna do this, then I'm gonna delete this. Then I'm going to delete that. So it only has 2 tails facing that way, and then on this one I'm just going to delete that. So then you have 2 feet on either side of something. Anyway, so yeah, that's what's been going on with me lately. Other than that, nothing really crazy. I mean, been working on my own projects. And actually, I guess it was a lot of work because I've been rounding up things to, things to send the cards in, and it really showed me why people just go out and get jobs working cash registers instead of actually starting a business, even though business is, more fun. There's a lot you have to do, and you have to wrap up, you have to figure out how to, send things, you have to figure out how much it's going to cost, how much you're going to need to charge so that you can not be selling things at a loss, at least not forever. You gotta figure out just all that stuff. It's really tiring, actually. So it's not surprising that people just don't feel like doing that. It also takes a lot of initiative because you gotta just figure out a lot of this on your own. But, I decided I'd try and do that because I gotta be honest here, I still have never gotten a cash register job, which I in my 20s I feel like I should have by now, but I haven't, and I almost feel guilty about it, like I should work a dead-end job just to, it's like a rite of passage. You can't have a good job before you've had a terrible one, right? I know it's kind of a weird way of thinking, but it's like living in a more privileged country and being like, well, I should have to work as hard as people in third world countries have to work, right? But it's kind of a matter of chance of where you're born. It's not like a fault to be born in a richer country. I don't know why I'm talking about this. Anyway, yeah, I started the business. Jeez, that got kind of deep there all of a sudden. Sorry about that. I guess that's what happens when it's 1 o'clock and I start rambling. So, other things to talk about. Well, let me just finish this up. So, the cards are kind of pricey. They, wow, this is a weird looking thing. Cards are kind of pricey just because I actually have to charge as much as I am. Because otherwise I'll be losing money, which doesn't feel good after all the effort I've put into this stuff. So, yeah, be prepared to gasp and be shocked at the ridiculous price tag I'm offering, or price tag I'm putting on those things. What in the world is this thing? I'm really kind of drawing absent-mindedly because I'm so focused on what I'm saying. Yeah. Alright, so I think I said everything I want to say about the card art shop thing. So yeah, go buy my cards if you want to. If you don't want to, then that's perfectly okay. Art isn't everybody's thing. If it's not your thing, then you shouldn't feel bad about it. You just do what you do and endorse what you want to endorse. Now, as for this thing up here, you might notice that that's not an MMF2 logo. It in fact is the ClickTeam Fusion 2.5 logo, which by the way is really cool. Although, to me, I think they could have just monochromed it like red and then have a pure white silhouette of that shape, but I'm not ClickTeam, so who am I to tell them what to do? But yeah, that's they just released this fairly recently, within the last month, and I decided, since I am a fairly avid user of this program, that I might as well upgrade. Now, the differences aren't groundbreaking. In fact, as you can see, this editor is basically the same except for these little things over here. A few little extra features. Actually, that's really the only extra feature. But it's essentially the same program. It is 2.5, so that kind of is implied by the name. But it does have some nice coding differences. Way easier loops with enemies. A few new, well, it actually just runs faster. Like, you can optimize the code a lot easier. And so I've been using it and trying to optimize my code to be better. It's It's really good for if you have a bunch of bunch of objects with physics. In fact, that's one of the biggest changes is they added physics built in out of the box. I have not used them yet because I'm scared, and I'm kind of worried that it makes a lot of the work I've put into the games obsolete, but that probably isn't the case. But you can make games like Cut the Rope, like, things that bounce off of other things. You can make an Angry Birds clone if you're crazy enough. I personally don't like Angry Birds, but you know, to each their own again. You can make basically anything you put your mind to. And you could do it before, but now you can do it easier, which is really awesome. So, oh, by the way, a person sent me a message the other day asking basically where, you know, if you want info on the programs, where should you go? Is the ClickTeam forum the place to go, or is there anything else that I've used? I pretty much only use the ClickTeam forums, mainly because the programmers of the software actually go there and talk to you. Like, there's a good chance that if you're on there, you'll, you know, come across a message posted by a developer of it, or you'll see something relating to them. But they're on there quite often. They release new updates. This is still quite early, the version of ClickTeam Fusion 2.5, so there are some bugs, some crashes. It might crash in this video, which would be really unfortunate, but you know, it's possible. Not that big of a deal though, because it only happens once in a while, but you know, if anything's just shown me the merit in saving often, which you should do all the time. Let's see, anything else? So yeah, anyone who lives in the United States, you know that we're having the coldest weather in like the world right now. I hope you're all okay, because they're saying like temperature, like you could die if you're stuck outside. And that's not even hyperbole, like that's just, it's, yeah, deadly cold. If you know anyone who's living out on the street, send them your best wishes. If you're so inclined, yeah. But if you're in the position to do something practical for them, a lot of people have been doing that, which is really nice. Giving them blankets and stuff, and hopefully they have shelters and stuff. Why am I talking about homeless people now? My goodness. My goodness. I sure get weird late at night. And when it's late, that's when I start talking. Like you're seeing that guy over there. Talkative edition. Where I just don't shut up. Kinda crazy. And actually I don't shut up anyway, but even more so at night. It's really difficult to deal with. Oh, another new feature in this editor is that you have this G thing, which sets the hotspot to the center of the mass of your sprite. So you can do that if you, for example, if you have something like this and like that, you can put the hotspot to the middle, which will not be, you know, where you want it, or you can put to G, and it'll find the exact center of the mass of the object and put it there, which is really cool. I don't use it personally, but it's really cool for those of you who do. Actually, for the physics objects they made, sorry, I just redid what I did earlier. If you have something like this and you want it to rotate from the exact center of the mass, you just do that and it works. Or alternatively, you can make it rotate from there, and you know, all that awesome stuff. So yeah, ClickTeam Fusion 2.5 tutorials. Now, a lot of you have been wondering about that, I'm sure. And I'm going to be starting a new line of tutorials. Now, I don't know how that's gonna sound to a lot of you, because it's pretty much meaning I'm going to start over. Like, start over with fast loops. Probably go over some of the physics movements. Go more in depth. I'm going to try and make some animated segments and stuff. Do intros. It's going to be kind of elaborate. It's going to take a lot of time, so that's kind of why I'm hoping that some people will semi-endorse me by buying the cards, because that would be a big help. Not to worry about that income stuff. But it's either way, it's going to be pretty much the same. And maybe I'll come out with videos a little faster if you buy more cards. Hint, hint. Oh, that's terrible. But anyway, yeah, it's going to have all like a bunch of extra features that I'm intending to add. I had it so that I was animating the intro to every tutorial I came out with, and that actually takes a long time. As you could probably guess, because every intro I've ever made has been in Multimedia Fusion 2, or now ClickTeam Fusion 2.5. So, yeah, it takes a long time, but hopefully I'll be able to do it consistently, at least somewhat. I know I've said that a million times, never done it, but I just gave the thing a generic name just because I can't think of anything right now. Alright, how long have we been going? I started it when it was like 1:05, so I'm probably up to enough time to make a video now. Call this a finished video. Anyway, yeah, this has been Let's Draw and Talk with your I almost said your Multimedia Fusion. With your Meadow Hair, or that guy over there, 123. We got to talk about lots of crazy stuff, and oh my god, don't look. There's a lot of stuff in there, a lot of projects, like you said. Actually, you know what? I'm feeling crazy, and it's late, and I'm just, whatever. Let's just play the game. Let's play it, and I'll show you some new stuff. So I've been working on, yeah. Oh, you probably can't hear this. You know that's for the best. It's really loud. You can get these abilities. You can just, boom, get that. This is obviously very, very unfinished. Do that, da-da-da. Yeah, that message doesn't pertain at all. But after you get it, boom, you get that. You can grab onto the ledge, which I kind of glossed over in that little video I posted earlier, but yeah, and there's moving platforms. You can change to fixed shot and shoot a giant spiral. Stick. Yeah. No, let me up there. Free claw. Yeah. Typical. Pretty typical. For me. Stuff you've seen before, but anyway, it's coming along. Trying to do a little bit of work on it every day. And yeah, whoops, well, that's obviously still in the works. Actually, that's probably not even going to appear in the game, because I figured out I can do it a better way. Well, this has been the most disorganized video ever. Anyway, this has been your Meadow Hair for the day. Sorry for that just strange ending, but we're about a minute away from 20 minutes. That's about right, isn't it? Alright, I'm gonna go to bed because I'm losing focus. Anyway, I hope you guys have a good night and good morning. You should see this in the morning when you get up, and hopefully, you will, I don't know, enjoy it. I love you guys. Have a great night. Remember to smile, and I'm not just like, when I say that, I'm not joking about it. Like, I'm the kind of person who, oh, jeez, here goes another rant. I fall in love with every single person I meet, and I don't mean like romantically. I just like people generally when I meet them. And I used to refer to you guys like my internet peoples and not real life people but I mean, you are people in real life. It's not like robots are watching YouTube videos. So I'm like, man, I should be nicer to them. I should really treat them like human beings, which, because you are. Duh. So, and I say that, remember to smile, stay well, stay good, be nice. Okay, I really mean it, because we need those kinds of people. They're kind of dying out, so we gotta fill the space of the ones that are not there anymore. Anyway. Goodness, I should call this the worst video ever. Anyway, yeah, I love you. Have a good night. Sleep well. Probably sleeping right now, but if you see this video, yeah, have a great day. If the sun's not shining, be the sun and shine on somebody else's life. Anyway, that's a good way to end it. See ya. Bye. Good night. Sleep well.